Hello guys, today I'm here with Francesco to explain you what we do after the rounds. So basically we will explain you what to check and to prepare the car for the next round.
Yeah, after the round, the first check we do is already on the track. We check the hardness of the diff, if it's changed, just to have one parameter, just to know if we need to refresh for the next round or not. Basically, we know before the start what is the parameter, and if it's something changed out of normal, we refresh. So this one is the first thing we do. After we arrive on the table, and of course we speak together and we try to understand if something happens strange in the car. Maybe the car is twitchy after one touch, or maybe the car is already at some problem, so we try to fix if we have some problem. In case the cars work well, the basic setting we do is just to untight the top deck with the normal screws on top, just to make sure the car, when we go to check all like through, is in the same position of the hit before. So we put the setup under the chassis. We need to take care to not go under the screw, just to make sure it's all flat. And we gently untie the screw, and after we untie all screw, we tie normally not only one side and the other side, but we tie from one corner to the other angle, like a diagonal. This is make more easy and more fast to make it straight without any twitching. After this procedure, we just check the normal thing, like if the droop can change, because of course during 5 minutes many conditions can change this, because in some conditions it's super hot, so the plastic, the graphite, it's of course have some use, so we need to check if all is okay. This one is in case the car works.
Yeah. So I think basically that's it, that Francesco said. So after each round we talk together and we decide what to do or what not to do. Normally when the car is working very well, we just check if everything is tight, everything. So if everything is perfect in the conditions, like the camber, as he said, the camber, the droop, everything. So if it doesn't work well, of course we talk to each other and then we try to find out the best setup.
Other important thing is more data we have, more we are able to replace in case something happen. So when we stop after to check the diff, we go back in the pit and we check also the data of the electronic, just to understand if some parameter is out of our range and we need to do something or not. Of course, when the race is start, we know already this parameter, temperature or RPM, is in the limit we want, so we just check if nothing happens strange, so it's out of this.
Okay. And I think that's it, guys. I hope you enjoy. See you next time.
See you. So we received some requests, what is the procedure to set the car during the race or during the test. So I think it's not exist only one procedure and not one is correct and the other is wrong, but of course we have some basic rules that we need to follow, other way you cannot have the result. So the most important thing and the big mistake I found normally in the car is very easy, is the link. Normally the people not take care of this, they just check the camber, and when the camber is okay, doesn't matter if one link is 1 millimeter longer or short. So if the camber is correct left and right, but you have difference longer in the link, something is bent or something is wrong. This can happen, and the smart tip is to check how you tie the hexagonal, because sometimes you tie the hexagonal bend, and when you check your camber, you have 2 degrees, but just if you turn half turn the ECS, or you can find the difference from 2, maybe you can go 3 or 1.5. So this is mean you tied this not correct, not straight. And the other thing that's very important about the link, if the steering have not exactly longer, when you turn left and right, this is make a huge difference. And of course, also the action on on the track, it's completely different. After this previous part, it's important to know, to check the droop, it's important to know the car and the chassis is straight. So before to check the droop, it's important to make straight with the top deck and tight with the under the woody part, or the plate. Also, we make the plate with a stick to make straight the top deck. After this procedure, normally we check the droop with the tools under the arm, and usually I double check this size with the caliper just to make sure all is correct. I check also from this point, and I check left or right and the other side to see if the parameter is same. Why I do this? Because if you do this, immediately you can know immediately if you have some problem in the camber, if something is bad, because maybe in this point it's correct, but when you go to check here, if one side is higher, this means something is wrong. So it can be the camber like this, or it can be something different. So it's important to do this. After this, normally I put the tire, I check the right aid, I remove the tire, and then work in the camber. Why I do this? Because of course, depend if you already set the car or not, but the right aid can change also some parameter of this. Basically, this is the normal setting we do: camber, drop, and right aid.